Karen's more excited about going on this trip than looking for her own new home. Lady Lily back with another video, and this is Housewives of Potomac, season 2, episode 9. It's coming in a little late, and it's a little less light, but it's hot as hell, y'all. And I had to turn this stuff off, so I got to be hot a little bit because I don't have central air in this house. But I got to be high a little bit so I can tape and y'all can hear me and we can move on. So I said, you know what? We're going to cut some of this lighting down because that lights be hot as hell. So we won't be doing that extra lighting tonight. So hopefully you can see me well enough for this recording. So anyway, the show opens up and Ashley arrives to Oz and she is talking to her main chef, and pretty much she is reviewing the comment cards from the food critics event, and it turns out that she received quite a bit of positive comments. So for Ashley, this is a step in the right direction. She's feeling like, making the menu more Americanized is going to turn things around, hopefully, for them. Mike comes to the restaurant pretty much to apologize, and he doesn't want to do that. And Ashley did admit that she did say some things out of anger. However, she does feel like Michael still does not respect her. And she really believes, it could be, it's not only just the age thing, but it's also, status, because he's the one holding all the cards. He has all the money. So, an outing was set up by Karen to get Giselle and Monique to come to terms and be civilized and cordial and make amends. However, Monique decides to invite Charisse, who apparently was not invited. But she said she felt like Charisse knows her and actually gets her. Karen pretty much tells Charisse when she got there, girl, you was not, I didn't invite you. Mo was like, I wanted to really, get to know Giselle. She really wanted to make amends and move forward. Giselle is really finna go in for the kill. However, she can't get her words out and she starts choking to death. And Monique pretty much said, God doesn't like ugly. And she knew, and God knew whatever words that was getting ready to come out of Giselle's mouth was not going to be a good one. So that was a little bit back and forth, just recalling the events at the house, recalling, the tea party debacle, the hookah bar. And, Monique is pretty much saying, we have not, got off to a good start. And we're continuing down a path that we simply are not liking each other. So Charisse, of course, intervened and say that, they both have taken things the wrong way. And then she turned it over into herself and got to crying. She said, I got a lot of shit on my plate. I want to be able, to be around my friends and that my friends can be around each other. And yeah, so according to Karen, Karen's like, here's Charisse. She done made the damn situation about herself. So Monique is getting ready for her daughter Milani's first birthday party. Chris did mention that they had a budget about $20,000, and Monique was saying like that's just a guy, but it might be over $5,000 extra. So Monique has decided not to invite Giselle to her daughter's birthday party. Great news. Karen and Ray has sold their house. They had a cash offer. So guess what? They got to get the hell out and with the quickness. Ray mentioned that they probably would have to rent or even try to find a short sale because the timing that they had to be out of the house, and also while they was looking, they really didn't see a lot of houses they was interested in. I think there was like one or two houses that Karen said that she was interested in. But however, it would definitely have to take her out of the Potomac, town limits, which she said that would be fine, but it would only push them back. She'd be only living out 20 minutes outside of Potomac. So the saga and the search continues for the home, but the good thing is they sold it. Robin is finally visiting a counselor slash therapist, counselor, therapist, whatever you're going to call it. And she said, yeah, everybody has pretty much, been intervening and putting their 2 cents in, but it was really the conversation that she had with her mom days prior that convinced her to go and see a counselor. So pretty much the counselor wanted to get the background on everything, and Robin pretty much recapped the relationship and the steps, and Robin admits she haven't had a real conversation with one. They have made arrangements, but it's like they didn't have a real conversation about what is the next steps, how we're going to move forward. And the counselor was asking her some pretty, she was really challenging her somewhat. She said, are you interested in dating someone else? And, Robin was pretty much beating around the bush, and the counselor had mentioned that Robin was okay with staying in her situation because it allowed her to play safe, because, she's not pushing herself to meet people or even trying to experience, the situation of her maybe just living alone with her boys. Then the counselor also went on to say, do you, want love with someone else? And she said, well, don't we all? And the counselor stopped her. She said, I'm not asking about us or we all. I'm asking about you. Robin kind of beat around the bush a little bit at first, but then she said yes. So the counselor gave her a homework assignment. She wanted her to look up the definition of trust, I believe. And then she also wanted her to go on a couple of dates. And then Robin said, well, look, what, complete strangers? No, girl, people you know. But of course, if you're going to go on dates, are you going to date somebody you know? Or are you going to, go dig back in the archives and date some old people? Of course, new people, So we'll see how this homework assignment goes. But Robin, that's the first step, is trying to get help. Karen is saying she is having a hard time. She came to visit Sharice at her pool, and she was pretty much telling Sharice that she's having a hard time finding a house. However, she wants to really go on a vacation. She wants to take a break from the norm and gather the girls and go somewhere. And she has solicited Sharice to help her plan the actual trip. So I'm moving on my notes. It is Milani's birthday, and Monique is putting her family to work. It's a damn circus, literally. She has a petting zoo coming, and she wants the pastor to do the baby dedication. Melania's baby dedication will be, give it back to God. So it's like a christening. She got a lot of different things. It's face painting. She has we got the petting zoo, the face painting. She has a popcorn machine, a dunk tape. It's a whole, just a damn carnival in the damn backyard. So everyone is, so they're trying to get the place together. A lot of the vendors and people are stuck in traffic, which includes the valet. Monique's assistant even hops right on in and starts telling people where they can park their cars. So she invites all the girls with the exception except Giselle. Ashley comes alone, and Monique was saying she would, Mike really, Chris really enjoyed Mike, and they was hoping he would have come, but Ashley said Mike decided to take some time and go visit their beach house. Remember from last season they had a beach house in Bethany Beach, so he went there. Also, Monique, we get to meet Monique's parents, and they actually look young as hell. Ashley even mentioned how Monique's parents look younger than Karen, and they even look way younger than Mike. But Monique dad ended up giving, Ashley some, tips about her marriage, and he was just saying that Monique's mom and dad is not together, and he said that, he realized, was it more important to be right and be in control of everything, or was it more important to have that special person in your life? And he was saying now that they divorced, they appreciate each other, they love each other better, because I guess there's a different respect, and they look at each other's views and opinions and all that good stuff. And Ashley did admit, it's like she's going so hard in the paint with Michael is because, she feel like it's giving her some sense of power. She feels like, Mike's older, Mike got the money, so she has to have something. She feel like she need to have something for herself, and it's just her conversation with Monique dad is really opening her eyes up to things. Robin also come along. She is not with Juan. Juan didn't come. She brought the boys, and she said, well, Ron is, she said, I could be bitching, but Ron is busy with the camp. Hell, he might be dating too, but anyway. So she's there by herself. All the girls are there. They taking in the scene. Karen Charisse comes, and everybody is there besides except for Giselle. Karen and Charisse get into a bit of a tiffy back and forth about who's planning a trip, or who's hosting the trip. It was real petty. Now the pastor finally shows up, and they change, Monique and Chris change their clothes and get Melania in a little white gown, and the pastor dedicates the baby and gives the baby back to the Lord. And so Monique was saying how she's just happy that she was able to gather, her family, and even, her friends, and even her new friends, which she means the girl to share her life. Giselle invites Robin to go get their lashes done. Giselle is hyped for this trip. She says she got to be popping. She said, her and Kevin is not an item yet, so she feel like she is still on the available market. Robin was telling Giselle about the party. She was like, I'm sorry that you wasn't invited, and I knew it would have been something your girls, would have enjoyed, and the boys, did enjoy themselves. And then Giselle was like, honey, even if I was invited, I wouldn't have came. Okay, so let me see. The ladies are saying that, oh yeah, they was talking about how Karen has been real, possessive over planning this trip, and she's more concerned about the trip versus, finding her house. And then it cuts to Karen and Giselle getting together to start the plan of the trip and decided who's going to host what night, what activity it was. I think that shit was petty as hell. Just go on a fucking trip and have a good day. Sometimes people with money just do dumb stuff. I want to host a welcome dinner. And you can host go on a damn trip and have a good time. You all are in a position where you don't have to squander, miss a bill to go on a damn trip. Just go on a damn trip. Well, I know people got to, save up for a year and scrape and scramble and count the coins and, do without something to make something going to happen a trip. And you could just up and jump on a trip and y'all having a damn tiffy taffy. They just old petty, I always say they old catty bennies from the block anyway. So Ashley and Mike are having a date. They go to a clay pottery place. Everybody's going today because even if you've been watching Basketball Wife, Jackie, Christy, and the girls went to do the same activity a few episodes ago on Basketball Wife. So Mike was just saying they need to get back to doing fun, adventurous stuff like this, and not just focus simply on work. Ashley is like, are you still in love with me? Do you still love me? Mike said yes, he is still in love with her. He does love her. And Ashley, and then he said, we was trying to say, we're gonna break even, have a baby once we break even. And he was like, you know what, in life you just gotta roll through the punches. And you know what, baby, no baby, if we don't break even or whatever, we'll just, we'll make it happen. So Ashley kind of bust the bubble and said, you know what? I really don't think I'm ready for the baby right now. And he said, is it due to our situation or something else? She said, our situation. And she said she think the universe is like, lining up for her, because she said if she didn't have the restaurant, she would have a baby. Then she said, what if they would get into, her and Mike would get into it or just didn't agree upon things. And, she said it would be harder to leave, knowing that I have this baby. And she said, with this restaurant, it could be a possible different situation. If she didn't have a baby. Mike is saying they do have to, what's that, do to break ever. What the hell? It's saying they done have to break ever. So whatever. I guess Mike was saying that he needed to be the time away from the beach house, time away to the beach house, and then Ashley's getting ready to go on this trip with the girls. So they're saying maybe this break from each other might work. And the episode pretty much ends there. So that was pretty it. Not a lot going on in this episode, but enough to keep us going. So next week is going to be interesting because the girls will be heading to Bermuda. And it looks like Robin's going to try to, do her homework and go on a date. And I'm sure there's going to be a couple of cat fights and scuffles, as women always do. So stay tuned for more videos. Thank you, people, for watching. It's been really refreshing to have people come up to me out in public and say, hey, you on YouTube? And it's like, yes, that is me. So I'm assuming she's a soror. I was at this party called Bow Ties and Stilettos over the weekend. And a lady came up to me like, you, Lady Lily, you on the YouTube? She's like, I was just trying to make sure. And I said, yeah, it's me. But she's like the third person that came up to me recently and say, you on YouTube? Yeah, I'm really enjoying the videos. So I thank you so much, guys, for your support. I'm really enjoying doing the YouTube more now than I did at first. I always felt like it was a struggle to have videos and subject matters and all that good stuff, and I'm like, these people might be tired of these purses, and then I don't, do you feel obligated to buy a purse just to shoot a video? No. But people are really liking the topic, so that is really good. They're liking the show reviews. That is good. So yeah, we're going to keep it rolling. If you are a subscriber, thank you for your continued love and support. The numbers are growing, keep growing. And if you're not a subscriber, come on and join the family. You will not be disappointed. Also, congratulations to the Golden State Warriors. They won their game. I think it was like a 123-104 tonight against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Steve Kerr made made his debut back. He's been out. I think he was out 10 or 11 games due to chronic back issues. So yeah, that is pretty much it. It was a busy weekend. Now it's time to get ready for the week. But the good thing is a week will be a short work week, as I am taking a few days off to enjoy and partake in our Greek weekend events. I think I'm gonna blog. I'm gonna try to blog this time. So we'll see how it goes. But that's it. That's all. Stay tuned for more videos. Peace.